The confirmation that liquid oxygen loading has been completed, now inside of 60 seconds until launch. We've heard confirmation now that the SpaceX launch director has given his final go for launch. 30 seconds.
Zombie apocalypse. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted whenever new content is uploaded.
This will be the 40th SpaceX launch of the year. T-minus 15. T-minus 10 seconds. We'll stand by for ignition at T-minus 2 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's engine ignition. And liftoff of SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket, hauling 51 more Starlink internet satellites to orbit and carrying a rideshare for spaceflight and Boeing. T-plus 18 seconds, the Falcon 9 beginning its climb downrange, heading northeast from Cape Canaveral. Gorgeous views of the Falcon 9 heading downrange. We hope you enjoyed some of that ambient noise here in Florida of these 9 Maryland engines doing their job tonight.
Here you see a quick view of it right in the center of this video. I know it's hard to make out, but it's a cell phone and it is late at night. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer here, see it in the center. You can make it out a little bit better. This is from my backyard in South Carolina.
Falcon 9 heading downrange to the northeast with these 51 Starlink satellites. About 20 seconds remaining until we expect to see the cutoff of stage 1. Main engine cutoff coming up at T-plus 2 minutes, 29 seconds. That'll be followed by staging and ignition of stage 2. Standing by for MECO. And there's confirmation, visual confirmation of main engine cutoff. We're going to switch to SpaceX's stream, which comes with a few seconds delay, so you may see a little bit of a difference in the clock. There's confirmation of stage separation. And there's ignition of the MVAC engine. That's the Merlin vacuum engine. And that engine nozzle is now glowing red hot. On the left, you see views from stage 1 beginning its maneuvers to head for landing on SpaceX's drone ship. Just read the instructions downrange in the Atlantic. On the right, you're seeing the MVAC Merlin vacuum engine glowing red hot. This is normal for its burn to place these satellites into a preliminary transfer orbit. We've heard now Verbal confirmation from SpaceX's launch team that the fairing has separated. That's the nose cone on top of the Falcon 9 vehicle. And we just saw that in this onboard camera view. The second stage will be burning for about 5 more minutes. We're also about 5 minutes from the landing of the first stage on the drone ship. We hope to bring you the coverage of those live as they happen, those events live as they happen. SpaceX says one half of the payload fairing that we just saw jettison is actually flying for the 5th time, and the other half for the 4th time. The booster that we're seeing in action tonight on its 7th flight to space. Red hot. Now about 3 minutes left in its burn. We're now showing a map provided by SpaceX showing the locations of these 2 Falcon 9 stages. Stage 2 accelerating into orbit, heading northeast. Stage 1 and the final couple of minutes of its flight heading toward landing on the drone ship east of Charleston, South Carolina.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
We've heard confirmation now that the Stage 1 entry burn is underway. This is using 3 of the Merlin engines to begin slowing down for landing. The velocity meter on the lower left, you can see decreasing rapidly as this retro burn continues.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
Both vehicles continue to follow nominal trajectories.
Now about a minute and a half left remaining until landing of the first stage booster. Landing burn underway. You're seeing that from an onboard camera on the first stage. The center engine is firing to perform this final retro propulsion burn to slow down for landing.
Deploy.
Landing legs have deployed.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And Stage 1 landing has been confirmed. Booster 1052 has arrived on the deck of the drone ship. Just read the instructions. This completes this booster's 7th landing. This booster was first flown back in 2019 as a side booster on 2 Falcon Heavy rockets. It's now been retrofitted, modified rather, for use as a Falcon 9 first stage. And their shutdown of the MVAC engine, the Merlin vacuum engine, has ended the first of its 2 burns required tonight to place these payloads into orbit.
Nominal orbit insertion.
We just heard the call of nominal orbital insertion. This confirms that the Falcon 9 has performed as expected tonight so far, with the second stage in the proper transfer orbit. Another burn coming up at T plus 45 minutes or so. This is an orbit circularization burn to reach the proper altitude for deployment of the 51 Starlink satellites and the rideshare payload, which is the orbital transfer vehicle built by Spaceflight. This is the Sherpa LTC orbital transfer vehicle, and it carries a hosted payload for a proposed Boeing broadband constellation.